Welcome back to my channel, guys. I know it's been a minute since I filmed anything as far as a full-length feature video on this channel, and I know it's long overdue. You guys so deserve it, just as well as you deserve the contest that I had been telling you guys about. That's getting ready to kick into motion, I'd say in about maybe three more weeks. So I just wanted to do this tutorial based off of some Dollar Tree store makeup that I have been collecting. As you all know, if you go into my YouTube shorts, you will see that I am a avid Dollar Tree store shopper. I love the Dollar Tree, so I'm always picking up goodies from there, as well as self-care items, bathroom items and stuff of that nature. But mainly I go in there for the makeup and the self-care items. So this is a look that I have completed with just all Dollar Tree store makeup, with the exception of maybe one or two products, but the rest of it is strictly Dollar Store Tree makeup, right down to the makeup setting spray. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video after you viewed it. But if you want to see how I achieve this look right here, which I think is bomb, all Dollar Tree store makeup, guys, mind you, stick around and keep watching. Okay, all the makeup products that I'm going to use for this look, I placed in this basket, including some makeup wipes and some other goodies that I have in here. They don't slide out of here first. That I have in here. And these are all Dollar Tree makeup goodies, okay? I think I have everything in here from blush to gel primer, lashes, eyeshadow palettes, setting powder, sponges, highlighter, brow pencils, strictly from the Dollar Tree. The only thing that I will not be showing in this video or using is any foundation product, because there's not a diverse range of foundations at the Dollar Tree, nor do I trust, to use the few products that they do have, because they're either not the correct shade range or they're just totally off. So we're just going to stick to everything Dollar Tree except for foundation. I'm going to use a foundation of my choice, okay? So let's begin. First things first, I'm going to use these Hydro Beauty Brightening Makeup Remover Cloths. It's antioxidant and it has vitamin C. It helps to protect the skin from the harmful effects of free radicals. You can get these in a 25 count. I also have the cucumber ones of this too, and they work pretty decent. So we're going to start off by cleansing my face first so I can remove all impurities and, have a clean canvas for my makeup application. These come individually packed in 25 cloths like this. So we're just going to use one of these to cleanse my face with. Okay, they smell citrusy, which is interesting. And these are pretty decent. I've used these on my face in the last few weeks to remove makeup. I wouldn't say they're the greatest at totally removing all makeup, but they're good for cleansing your face and for removing light makeup. I wouldn't recommend these for heavy makeup if you're trying to remove a lot of makeup, because these cloths are only so big. Like, they're almost the size of my hand, or almost equivalent to the size of my hand. So I wouldn't recommend these if you're trying to get like sufficient coverage to remove all your makeup. So I just want to cleanse my face. Okay, I'm going to use the Ioni brow pencil in dark brown from the Cherries collection. It is double-sided. There's a spoolie on one end, and it's the brow pencil on the other side. So we're just going to use the spoolie side to brush up my brows. And then I'm going to put some powder over my brows so that I can mattify them, and the pencil can go in a little bit better so it doesn't glide over my skin. Because even though my skin is clear and is clean, sometimes you can get a little slip where even if you have a good pencil, it may not go on as well as you expect it to, because you need to mattify your skin in order for the brow pencil to go on and, appear to be real matte and dark. So that's what I'm getting ready to do. So I'm going to use this Kokie Flawless Seal HD setting powder. See if that works. Hopefully it won't leave a white cast, because like I said, I'm strictly trying to stick to all Dollar Tree store products. And if it does leave a white cast, then I will resort to using my regular powder. That would be the exception to this tutorial. So we're just going to try this setting powder to see if this will mattify my brows and not leave too much of a cast. Okay, that's Kokie. And it does have a lid on top of it to keep the powder from sifting through the top. So we're gonna just pop that up so we can get into this. Okay, I did manage to pop the top off, as you can see, and that's the powder on the inside. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a small little sponge like this one right here. And you can usually get these 3 in a pack from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to, I didn't mean to take the sifter off. Oh, my bad. Okay. There's a little plastic piece in there because this is the sifter itself that I just popped off. So we're going to push that back in there. And I guess take the plastic off that's on the inside of it. I don't know what I was thinking. I thought that I needed to just pop it right off. But yeah, there is a plastic cover over the inside of this that I need to take up. A little plastic piece in there that comes off. And take our little finger sponge and just dab it in there. I don't want too much. I just want enough to where I can mattify my brows. So let's see how this looks. Okay, it's not too bad. I don't want it to leave a white cast, so that's the reason why I'm trying to like push it into the skin. Okay, that's not bad at all. So we're gonna do the other brow. Okay, that's not too bad. I thought it was gonna leave a white cast, but it's not. So we can go forward and get to these brows. Okay, so let's jump right into the brows. Oh, okay. Okay. So far, so good. It goes on nice and dark. Oh, okay. And I even like the shade. It's not bad at all. Okay, Iona, you doing your big one with this pencil. And like I said, this is from the Cherries collection that they just came out with recently. But so far, I like it. Okay. I love. Okay. So I'm going to take the back end of this spoolie and blend out the front of my brows. But yeah, I like this. It's so nice. Like the quality of this pencil is really, really nice. Like I love the way it's going on. Like, yes. And I usually stay away from regular brow pencils because I like to be more precise with my brows with the brow pens. But this one is nice. So, yeah. This one out of, like, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give this one an 8. It's really, really nice. I like it. I like it. Okay, let's go to the other brow. We're going to finish up and then we're going to jump into the eyes. Okay, so in conclusion, I'm going to probably rate these as I go along. I will give this, like I said, an 8 out of a 10. It goes on nice and precise. It's dark. And I love the fact that I was able to use this real easy. I didn't have to fight to get this product onto the skin, like really fight to make sure that it comes in and you can actually see it. So I really like this, and I'm going to go back and I'll get some more of these brow pencils if I don't have any micro brow pens available or something like that. But this one is really nice, so I highly recommend this pencil. Yeah. I'm going to make another exception, you guys. I saw concealers in the Dollar Tree that were not in my shade range. I wasn't even about to play with myself for y'all and try to pick up those and use those for my brows to conceal them, or even use concealer for, you know, highlighting my face, because like I said, I couldn't find anything in the store that was in my shade range that I can use, because they're like general shades, and some were too light and then some were dark, but they were kind of off color, and they had like weird undertones that I knew would not complement my skin tone. So I'm just going to stick with my e.l.f. Concealers that I usually use in, I think, like tan walnut, and what is this other one? Deep cinnamon. So I'm going to use these two to conceal my brows. The goal today for this look is to just do a light makeup look, nothing dramatic or anything like that. I just want to do like a neutral, natural makeup look. So that's what we're going for. So we're getting ready to conceal my brows with my e.l.f. concealers. To exfoliate my lips, I'm going to use this Hydrating Lip Serum by Be Pure. These are so good. They have them in 4 different formulas, I believe. Yeah, and I have the other 3, which are these, and they're really, really good. So I'm using this one right here, but these are the other 3 formulas that they came out with. And I'm just going to moisturize my lips and let this cook while I do the rest of my makeup. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start carving out my brows. And I'm using my M435 brush by Morphe, which is a flat shader brush to do my brows. I like to take what's left of the concealer and I just dab it, like stipple it into the beginning of my brows to kind of fade them out so that they look natural like that. And they come out pretty decent. And sometimes it's okay if you know, go a little crazy or whatever, you could just fill them back in. Like it's just a couple of strokes or whatever to get them back in. Like so. Okay, now I'm going to conceal over my brows to kind of define them. Away from the brows. Like I said, I'm not looking for an overly sharp brow or anything like that. I just want to clean up the brows and just make them look a little defined. But I want soft definition, not nothing precise or, you know, like extra or glamorous. So we're trying to go for a soft, natural look for the brows. So that's what we're going to achieve today. That's what we're going for. And I like using a flat brush because you're going to get preciseness and real close to the brow as much as possible without going over the brow. It gives you a sharp, clean look. And then we just brush the rest of the product out like that. Next, we're going to go in with Wet n Wild eyeshadow primer. I did pick this up from the Dollar Tree. So we're going to use this. It's so hard because I really, really want to. I'm so tempted to use my Juvia's Place eyeshadow primer, which you guys know arguably is hands down my favorite to use on this channel. I have other eyeshadow primers, including P. Louise, but I always get drawn back to Juvia's Place each and every time. But we're going to use this because we're trying to stick to the theme of using Dollar Tree makeup. So we're going to apply this on the eyelid and buff this out. And I'm going to take my buffing brush by Morphe And this is the sole purpose of me using this brush, just for this purpose alone. And this one is the M173 buffing brush by Morphe. This is its only purpose, and it's just for what I'm doing right now, just buffing this on the eyes. Now, if you want your eyeshadows to pop and show up more, then I suggest you use your favorite concealer, because the concealer with the pigment inside that pigment, inside the concealer that you use, it's going to intensify the colors even more. But like I said, I'm just going to use this for the purpose of the video. And one trick I've learned to use is to make sure that you're looking down so that you don't crease the eye if you look up, or, you know, you do this so that it'll give you a chance, your eyeshadow primer, a chance to just naturally like dry on its own without creasing. So I'm just gonna look down. Okay. We got a little alert. I don't like what's going on over here with this eye right here. You see that? I'm buffing it in, and this is what happens. Like, what the heck is going on here? Let's see if I can dab some product into that spot. Kind of like, yeah, because that's weird. Like, why is it breaking up like that? I don't know, but it looks like it's getting worse. Like, what the heck is that? This is unacceptable. And it's like the more I dab, the worse it gets. I'm trying to cover it up, but it's just getting worse and worse. I don't know if I can fix that. Wow, it's just getting worse. We're going to go ahead and remove this because, and like I said, this is the Wet n Wild Mega Last eyeshadow primer that's supposed to last for, I guess this is 16 hours, but it's not even lasting a second while I'm applying it on the eye. So what's up with that? Oh, hell no, we're not going for that. Like, nope. I'll fix this and I'll be right back. Y'all, when I tell you I just spent the last 5 minutes trying to remove this BS off of my eye, I usually am an advocate for Wet n Wild products because they're really good. But this one, I'm going to have to say immediately no to this, like a hard pass. I applied this and it started getting patchy, as you can see in the images that I showed you moments prior. But I had to remove all of that, and then it took me, you know, at least 2 minutes to get it off my eye. So I went ahead and applied my Juvia's Place on this one. I left the Wet n Wild product on this one. I just applied a little bit of the Juvia's Place in order to even out the color, because this color is different from this one. This is more like a pale nude ivory. This one is closer to my skin complexion right here. So I don't want my eyeshadow looking weird on one eye to where it's more vivid or brighter or darker, and then it looks different on this eye. So I went ahead and I evened it out with this. But on a scale of 10, I'm going to give this a 2. I will not be revisiting this anymore. So this one is, this one right here is out the door. I'm not using it. I am going to use this palette that I got from the Dollar Tree by Marie Claire. This is their Smoky Delights palette. It looks like this. So we are going to try this out to see how this looks on the eye. I was a little irritated because my favorite time to record is at night. And it is currently 4:01 in the morning on Memorial Day that I'm recording this video. And I didn't have any definite plans or anything like that because I'm a Seventh-day Adventist. I don't celebrate pagan holidays. So it's just another day for me. I also happen to be off from my regular job on Mondays anyway. So this is just like another regular off day for me, okay? I'm going to get this recorded though because I know I haven't giving you guys a regular video, like a full featured, like regular YouTube video on this channel in a while. So I'm going to do this for you guys, okay? That's dedication. So this is what the palette looks like. It's really, really pretty. So we're going to do a neutral look out of this palette. Okay, I'm going to grab a fluffy brush. This one is by Essence Cosmetics. I love their brushes. And I'm going to go in and pick up this brown shadow color that I'm going to use in my transition area to put in my eye. It's like slightly above the crease, okay? So I'm just going to pick up a little bit of that color, kind of tap off the excess, and we're going to start in on this eye. See what kind of color payout we're going to get with this. So far, I'm kind of liking what I see. Oh yeah, nice. Okay, kind of brush that in. And I'm going to turn my brush vertically on its side. Not flat like this, but vertically on its side. And I'm going to go in and fan this color all the way out into the transition area, which is slightly above my crease. Turn it on its side, fan it out so I can diffuse and soften the color. Okay, I like the color payoff, and I like the way it's distributing on my eye. Nice color payoff. Okay, and I'm not fighting too much with the color. You know how some colors look pigmented in the palette, but when they go on, it's a different story. It looks light and chalky, and it doesn't give you good color payoff, and it doesn't go on very well, and it leaves a lot of blowback in the pan, as well as, you know, fly away color all over the place. It's going everywhere except for on your eye. This doesn't give that. So I actually like this color. Oh yeah, that's really nice. Okay, and I'm going to go in circular motion so I can blow the color out or soften it even further. I pat it on first so that I can pack on the color. Once I got the level of color pigment that I want, intensity that I want, then I can go back and forth and kind of soften it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just going in that crease, turning my brush vertically up, east, up and down, north and south, and just going in and blowing that color out, like softly fusing it out to spread the color, to soften it. Kind of bring that color up a little high. And there we have it. Okay, we're gonna go in with this blue shade right here, and I'm gonna put it in my outer crease. This is a really beautiful, it's almost like a dark charcoal grayish blue color. So we're just gonna go right into that crease and just add this color just lightly. It's shimmery, but that's cool. We're just gonna put it on the outer third of the eye. And then I'm gonna come in on the other side, do the same thing. Clean my brush. Then I'm gonna go in with this deeper, almost smoky, grayish black color right here. And I'm gonna go over that, but in the outer third of the eye, and just kind of deepen that. Just keep it on the outer corner. It's almost like a smoky eye, you know? Do the same thing to the outer third on this side. Just keep it tight in that corner right there. I'm not moving beyond that to deepen it. Make sure we're even on both sides. And I got the same level of color shade match on each side. Okay, I'm gonna go in with this color right here in the palette, this lighter color up here. And we're gonna apply that to the lid. And we're just gonna pat this. Right on the lid. And it just gives a soft, like, look on the lid. Do the same to the opposite eye. And it just really patting it because it's such a light color. I don't really want to do too much with it. So I'm just checking each eye to make sure each side is like even. And it's just better to take light colors like this and just pat it on the eyelid. Now we're gonna go into this color right here on the end, like this light color. It's really, really pretty. It's like a shimmer. So we're just gonna use this to put on the tear duct area. Like I said, it's a shimmery color. Oh, this is really pretty. I like the way this looks. And I'm just brushing it into the color that's on my lid. Kind of bring it, marry those two into each other. I'm using my M213 brush by Morphe, if you can see that. And it's just a small detail, like brow brush. And I'm gonna go back into this palette and I'm gonna pick up this color right here that we placed on the lid. We're gonna also place it on the brow bone area. I want it soft up there. We have enough going on the inner tear duct. And I don't want this to be a overpowering look, I guess you can say. We're just making it real soft like that. So I think that completes our brow bone look, like our brow area, our overall look. But I think it came out pretty decent for it to be a Dollar Tree eye makeup look. So we're gonna move on to the rest of the face. We're gonna go ahead and apply our mascara. I have been on a no eyeliner like kick for like a few years now. I don't feel the need to wear heavy eyeliner, so we're gonna skip that. The only time that you really see me wearing it is when I'm doing a 2-in-1 lash liner by Ioni, which is this pen right here. And I wing the liner and I attach my lashes with that 2-in-1 lash liner. I'm just gonna keep it real simple if I can. Ioni also sells, you know, regular like lash glue. They also have, Ioni also has its own brand, but it also occasionally sells the lash adhesive duo. So I'm going to be using that. Or if I use the 2-in-1 lash liner, I usually apply a thin line, just thin enough to attach my lashes, and just try to keep it as natural as possible. So we are going to use this today because it is a Dollar Tree store product. So we'll use this to achieve the look that we want. I'm going to use Be Pure's Clean Beauty Lash Enhancer, which I'll call mascara, but I'm going to use this lash enhancer. That's what I call it. And we're going to see how good this is because I don't use anything but 2 brands. So we're going to see how good this is. I like the way it doesn't, like, when you pull the one applicator out of the tube, It doesn't take a whole bunch of product on the end of the brush. And it looks natural. I really like this. I can wear this without lashes. And this'll look great. Like, I like that. Look how natural that looks. It has the right amount of product on the brush so that you don't put on too much mascara. I hate mascara that's too clumpy and you get gobs of it on the brush applicator and it ends up all on your lashes and it's just a big mess. But yeah, this one is more natural and it don't do too much. Be Pure, I think you have a winner with this one. This is their Clean Beauty Mascara. And it's really natural. Like when I don't really want to go for a dramatic look or anything like that, and I just want to enhance my lashes, this goes on perfect. Okay, so we're going to move on to the lashes. Okay, we're going to try these Ioni lashes. I just showed these in a recent haul that I did. This is pre-glued full cat eye medium lashes. This is interesting because I thought all lashes were pre-glued to the package when you first get them out and they have some adhesive on it, but they say that these are pre-glued. So we're going to try these on to see how well they'll hold without me having to use any lash glue. So we're going to see. Okay, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I had to shorten the lash so that it would be able to fit my eye. So I did take a little bit, cut a little bit off, just so it can fit the length of my eye. So it does have adhesive on it, more than the average that I'm looking at. But oh my goodness, I hope I don't mess this up because I do see some extra adhesive that I'm trying to get off of the lash. So let's just pop these on and see how they look. Okay. Wow. There is extra adhesive on the lash band. It's somewhat thick. But I think that's cool that you don't have to put no lash glue on these in order to wear them. So yeah. I just popped them on. And this is the result. That is so cool. I didn't have to use any glue at all. And they're on there pretty good too. Oh wow, okay. I like these. Ioni might be onto something here. I like these. So let's pop on the other one and keep going. They give it exactly what they're supposed to give. And I like the fact that I did not have to use any glue to secure these down. Like, I really like that. Okay, now we're going to move to the face. I'm using Be Pure's Gel Grip Primer, Face Primer. And we're going to apply this all over our face. And this is how it looks coming out of the, it's like a greenish color. Wow. But that's what it looks like. Rub my fingers together to get it on my fingers. Wow. It spreads like crazy. I love the texture. It reminds me of the e.l.f. gel primer. Minus the stickiness. It's not too sticky. But when it starts drying down, that's when you feel the stickiness. You have to be mindful. This is only a small container of gel primer. So you might want to get backups since this is not a full-size product. I would recommend using this product. Like something this small, I would probably just throw this in my travel bag for when I travel. Like if I know I'm going to be gone for a weekend or just, less than 3 days or whatever, I would, recommend taking something like this that's traveling and like to travel with, because it's small and compact and you can just put it in your makeup bag when you want to carry like small size items and not full size containers of products and stuff that you use. That's what I feel like that would be good for. But it goes on really, really nice. It's not super sticky like I thought it would be because it's a gel primer. It has enough stickiness to it to where you can feel it as it dries down. And you know that your makeup is going to drip to it or, bind to this. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to have to give this one a 7. But it's really, really good. I like the way it feels on the face. It's just, it has like slight tackiness to it, but it's not overwhelmingly sticky, like, you know what I'm saying? But you can feel it on the skin. It gives enough tact to where you can get your, once you apply your foundation, it's going to give you good coverage, and it's going to hold your foundation and bind it in place. So yeah, I recommend this. This is like 7 out of 10 right here. So I'm going to go back and get 2 more of these, and I'll probably just throw these in my bag for the day, or if I'm traveling out of town, like for a weekend getaway or something like that. Now we're going to move on to our foundation, and I decided my foundation of choice today will be my Becca Cosmetics foundation. They went out of business a few years ago, which makes me so sad because they're a good cosmetics brand. And I happen to have a few of their blushes like this, Becca. Their products are just simply amazing. So yes, I was really, really sad when they went out of business. But before that happened, I made sure to buy backups of this foundation. So this one I do have 2 backups of. This is an excellent foundation. I first fell in love with it when I purchased it from Sephora back in 2017. I think the retail price for this was like $48, but this foundation is so freaking worth it. Like when I tell you it's worth it, it's such a good foundation. It gives beautiful, flawless coverage. I'm just trying to figure out why the heck is it not coming out? Okay, I don't know if it's clogged, but I'm trying to get it to come out. And even if it doesn't, that's okay. I can get it out of the bottle directly. I don't have one of my hand palettes, so we're just gonna put this on the back of my hand. I'm gonna dab a little bit like right there. And this does give excellent coverage. I'm just gonna place this on the back of the hand. I'm going to use my foundation brush by Morphe. This is the Big Fat Beautiful M147, I believe. Oh my God, my eyesight. No, this is the M439 brush. My Morphe brush. What I normally do is take some, I usually use my MAC Fix Plus, but for some strange reason, I don't see it right now. So we're just going to settle for this e.l.f. Active Post-Workout Cool Down Mist. I have a little bit of this left in the bottle. It's really, really good. So if I don't use my MAC Fix Plus, I usually spray this to spread my foundation. So we're just going to pick up a little bit of this and dab it on the skin. And like I said, I'm not trying to do a heavy makeup look. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning, so no. I just want to do a easy everyday look that you guys can achieve. Dab my fingertips and just kind of get this on the skin. And I'm not going for an overly glam look. I just want a natural, soft look that you can achieve realistically with these products from the Dollar Tree. Okay, we're going to move on to highlighting and contouring. I'm going to use my tried and true favorite. You can use any concealer of your choice that you like, but I'm going to stick with the one that I, have loved for years that I use. Even though I have e.l.f. concealers and things of that nature, I love those too. But when it comes to a tried and true, it's always going to be Born This Way concealer for me. I'm always going to use this. It's going to win every single time. And this is Warm Sand. And then I'm going to use a Dollar Tree store product by Be Pure. This is their liquid bronzer in this shade. I'm kind of scared of it because it has cool undertones to it. I usually go for warmer undertones and a little bit lighter brown, like almost like a reddish, like not reddish brown, but a like golden tan, something with yellow undertones. But we're gonna try this to see how it looks. I just hope it doesn't make me look muddy. That's my only complaint, or my only fear. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put these on. If I sound stuffy, it's because I am. My sinuses are doing a number on me tonight, and I'm high-key irritated, and I'm gonna get through this video one way or the other because you guys deserve this. I haven't filmed a full-length feature video in months on my channel, so I'm gonna get through this. So y'all just be patient with me if I sound nasally and stuffy. It's because I am. So I'm gonna apply my concealer first with my highlighter. And I really don't like to go in this area anymore with my highlighter because I have fine lines that's starting to come in right there. It's kind of pissing me off, but ooh, almost hit myself in the eye. So I just go a little below it and place it right there closer to in between my brows. And then we're going to take our bronzer and place this in areas where I'm going to contour. And I'm already starting to have some reservations about this, but we're going to go forward to see how it's going to turn out once I blend it out. It kind of reminds me of my NARS Laguna bronzer. And that one has cool undertones to it. And sometimes it's not always flattering to my skin. But once I set it with something that will kind of brighten it up, it looks a little bit better. So like I said, I'm trying to stick to the majority of this being Dollar Tree store products. So we're going to go ahead and blend all of this out. And I already have a damp sponge. This is an e.l.f. sponge that I'm using. We're going to start with my highlighted areas first. On my lower lash line, I usually wait until after I finish this step right here with my highlighter before I apply, because you're going to pretty much go over your under eye makeup, your eyeshadow anyway, and you'll have to reapply. So I usually wait until after I finish this step, if I do any eyeshadow on my lower lash line, to kind of put that back. Okay, I'm not feeling this bronzer because I don't like what it's doing to my skin. And if you can see it, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's almost like it's leaving like a line of demarcation on my forehead. And it's kind of low-key pissing me off. And you can see what that bronzer is doing down here on my chin. Because I was trying to blend it into my Too Faced concealer. And it's doing an absolute hard job because you can see right here where it's not blended properly. It's just sitting on my skin. That's a problem. Okay, so I don't like this bronzer by Be Pure because it's not doing a good job of blending this out. I don't like it at all. So I'm gonna see if I can fix this because it's just stationary. It's sitting in place and it's not blended out at all. So let me see what I can do to fix this and I'll be right back. Y'all, let me tell you something. And this is probably gonna be a first on my channel, but the way I'm feeling about this right now is just pissing me off. But this bronzer, this trash right here in this tube, this is a hard ass no for me because you see what I'm doing. I have to literally blend this out with my fingers because for some damn reason, this is sitting on my skin and it has dried down to where it's not even movable. Like, what? I don't like this shit at all. Like, I literally, like, look at all this product on my finger. I literally have to smudge this in to like move it around to get it to settle into my skin. And mind you, this is on top of a good high quality foundation that I use that I spent almost $50 for. So the foundation is not the problem. The problem is the bronzer and how it's sitting on my skin and it's just sitting there and it's not blendable. It's like it dried down into some hard ass putty that I'm having a hard time moving around on my skin with a simple sponge or a brush. I don't like this. This is pissing me off. And it's like I'm trying to blend it in with my jawline down here to remove the line of demarcation because you can actually see it sitting on the skin. Like, I'm getting pissed off. Like, this looks crazy. And then it done left a halo around my forehead, like right up in here, if you can see that. And I'm steady trying to like, because a brush and a sponge is not moving this stuff. It's almost like it dried down like this and it's just sitting on top of my skin and I can't blend it in. Hell no, this is not it. Luckily, I only spent $1.25 for this because this is trash. Okay? Out of on a scale of 1 to 10, this is a -0. Like it's a definitely. It's a negative for me, okay? It's just a no. So we're not even going to bother with that anymore. I'm going to go ahead and try to blend the rest of this crap out with my finger. And I will be back after this so that I can, you know, kind of like try to go over this. Because I'm mad. I just placed this on the back of my hand. And you will F around and find out in a hot minute if you leave this on your skin longer than a minute. So while I was doing my highlighter, this had dried down so quickly to where you could not blend it in. And I'm going to tell you just exactly what the consistency feels like. It looks okay here, but you let it dry down before you get a chance to blend it in. You try to blend it in, it's going to feel like you rolling up lace front glue off of your skin. I'm not even bullshitting. That's what it feels like. It's still a no for me. It's still a no for me. Since we don't have a powder bronzer that we can work with, because trust me when I say I was looking for one in the Dollar Tree and I could not find one, I'm just going to stick with my Juvia's Place bronzer. And this one is in the tan, which is my shade range for my complexion. And I'm going to try to go over this BS with my brush. Darkest one, of course. And we're going to, like, try to set these disaster areas that I put this bronzer on so that I can try to, at least try to camouflage some of it to make it look like something, because this is just, this is crazy. That helps a little bit to kind of like hide this. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just putting some bronzer in these areas. Bronzer powder in these areas, contour powder, whatever you want to call it, to kind of camouflage and blend out that horrid Be Pure bronzer. Like, and I had my reservations. It was a red flag for me because of the color of it all. It's way darker than my skin complexion. The general rule of thumb when it comes to like contouring and concealers is to always choose a shade when it comes to highlighters. Choose a shade that's a shade lighter than your skin tone. And when it comes to bronzers, same thing. Choose a bronzer or contour color that's a shade darker than your, or half a shade to a shade darker than your skin tone. So I should have known it was a red flag for me when I saw the color of that bronzer in that jar. It's not like it's a universal color. It gives off a cool tone gray to that bronzer color that I just used. And it's horrible. That's all I got to say on that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the lighter color in this palette. And I'm going to soften the edges of what I just placed with this color up front, up here at the top, and go slightly above that bronzer color and blend it in. It'll kind of soften the edges a little bit. We're going to move on to setting the highlighted areas, and then we're going to go from there. I'm using my Maybelline Fit Me powder in the shade 30 to set my highlighted areas of my face. I love this stuff. It's really, really good. Finely milled. And it just sets everything. Just in the area where I applied the powder. I don't like to go any higher because I am not trying to highlight the fine lines that are starting to creep in on my forehead. And because I didn't contour my nose with that god-awful bronzer is the reason why I'm just going to use this to contour my nose with. I usually just do a powder foundation when I contour my face anyway, but I just wanted to try a cream bronzer. And I will try others. I just won't try that no more because that looks terrible. So we're just going to go and contour the nose. Okay, we're going to go with something different. Instead of using my usual, which is my tried and true, my favorite, my baby, which is my Black Radiance powder, right here in the shade, I believe this is Honeymoon. We're going to go with Kokie. And it's a transparent powder. So I'm going to put this all over the face and see how this holds up. Let's hope that this looks good and it don't leave a white cast on my face. So yeah, so let's shake this up real good to get some through the sifter. Oh, that's quite a bit. Okay, and I'm going to use my powder puff to go in here. I don't like using a brush. I would rather use a powder puff to try to get this onto the skin, and we're going to see how well this holds up. I just pray it does not leave a white cast on my face because I'm not going to be happy with that at all. Probably for a powder like this, I will set it first and then you use a brush to brush most of this away. But it's translucent, so Hopefully it won't leave a cast on my skin. But at this point, I'm setting everything except for the highlighted areas. So far so good, but it does look like it's leaving a white cast on my face, and I don't like that. So let's use a big fluffy brush. This one is by e.l.f. Let's see if we can get most of that cast off of my face. Doesn't look too bad. If my eyes look red, it's because they're irritated because of my sinuses. So it's not from lack of sleep. They're just irritated. I don't think it looked that bad, but it is leaving somewhat of a white cast on my face. And I'm not crazy about that. So, but performance-wise, and as far as it setting my powder, I will give Kokie a little bit of credit. It's finely milled. It really is a good powder, but I don't think this is something that I'll be reaching for a lot, unless, you know, I need it for specific purposes. But for the most part, yeah, it looks pretty good. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give this a 5. For blush, I'm going to go in and use a blush duo by LA Colors. This is really, really pretty. When I first saw it, this is called Vintage Rose. So we're going to use this to apply to the cheeks. I think this is really, really pretty. This will kind of bring a little warmth to my face, so we're going to use this. I'm going to use the dark side of this palette because, because the neutral eye that I'm wearing, it would make sense for me to do a bright pink cheek. So we're going to do this side right here, which is really, really pretty. Well, yeah, we're going to put it over the top of my cheeks. This is really, really pretty. Okay. Yeah, since the eye is so neutral, I decided it would probably be good for me to come in and bring some warmth to my cheeks. I like this. I like this a lot. So I love LA Colors cosmetics anyway. So anything that they put out is always a 10 for me. So this gets 10s all the way across the board because this is a beautiful blush duo. When I want to do the pink, I'll probably do the blush as a contour along this and then blend this pink into it. I just didn't feel the need to use this for such a palette, like this color palette on my eyes. So I feel like this was good enough. So yeah, 10 out of 10. I like it. Next is highlighter. We're going to use LA Colors Shimmer Highlighter in the color Shine Bright. This one is really, really pretty. And this is a regular staple at the Dollar Tree. They're always selling these. And the color is so gorgeous. It looks like this across the skin. Like how beautiful is that? So I'm gonna get my highlighter brush. This one is my Sigma highlighter in F35. And we're just gonna, I usually put it in the bridge of the nose. I don't go all the way down the nose anymore. I just hit this area on my nose, hit the midline of my nose between my eyes almost. And that's all that's needed. And then I go along my top of my cheekbones, go into my eye area, and just kind of take it up into the temple. I don't like the trend of the, because I see a lot of people doing this. It's not for everybody, at least not for me. The trend where everyone, takes their blush all the way up into their under eye area and outside the eye, like all up in this area. I just don't like that trend for myself. It's cute on other people, but I won't do it. I just think it looks weird on me. But different strokes for different folks. I digress. But yeah, I'm just going along the top of my cheekbones. Hit my chin, Cupid's bow. And then I go on the sides of my forehead. I don't highlight the center of my forehead anymore. I go along the sides where natural light hits, my skin the most. And just highlight those areas, like so. And even on my chin, I just soften it out just a little bit because I don't want it to do too much, even on my nose. There. A lot of people don't highlight anymore, but I think I will always be a fan of the highlighting thing because me personally, I like the way it looks on me. I can only speak for myself. We're finally going to move on to the lips. Okay, for the lips, there's only one viable thing that I can use that would make sense with this makeup look. Since I don't have a whole lot of lip products that I've purchased so far from the Dollar Tree, which is a bunch of these lip pencils right here that I absolutely love. This is Ione's lip pencil in the shade True Brown. I also have Warm Nude and Plum. I have a total of 8 of those lip liners because they're so good. And these are the products so far that I have from the Dollar Tree that I can choose from. And as you can see, one is a lip oil, which is kind of clear. This is the Very Cherry LA Colors lip gloss, as well as this one that's almost similar in color to this one. So they're like sheer glosses. It would make it any sense for me to use these for, a lip look. So I'm going to go with the lip contour kit that I do have. And we're going to do a look with this. But we're not going to use the lip pencil that comes in this lip contour kit. We're going to use True Brown instead. And I'm going to fill it in with this lipstick color right here. I think this is a liquid lipstick. Yes, a liquid lipstick and lip liner set. So we're going to use the liquid lipstick and this pencil by Ione. So I'm going to combine these two and see what we come up with. Oopsie boopsie. Ooh, okay. This goes on nice and smooth. I like this. This is really, really nice. It's nice and smooth. And the color is just amazing. Like, this looks really, really nice. Wow. Okay. I like this. Okay, so let's try this liquid lipstick color. I hope it's everything that I think it is. Because I usually don't do colors like this of this nature. But we're going to see if this will go with this makeup look. It's not too bad. It's more like a burnt orange color, I guess you could say. Like, let me take a closer look at this. Okay, that'll go. At first, I didn't think it would. Okay, I'm feeling this lip color. I like this. This reminds me of Honey Blonde by I believe LA Colors that I own. This is, yeah, it's called Honey Blonde. This one is similar to that. I actually like the way it looks. Okay. Yeah, it matches my eye color, so. Yeah, I like it. I think we have a winner here, so thumbs up. When it comes to this lip contour kit, on a scale of 1 to 10, I have not tried the lip pencil, but the liquid lipstick color is T, and I do like it. And I'm just going to test out this color. Yeah, this is a no-go for me. I'll probably give this to one of my friends. That's the color of it right there. So that's not really grabbing me like that. So I'm not really feeling this shade. But the smoothness, the color, the consistency, the color payoff is just really, really nice. So I'm still going to rate this a 10 out of 10 along with this liquid lipstick color in this lip combo kit. This shade is just not for me. So combined with the Ioni lip pencil in True Brown, I actually love the way this looks. It is dried down to a matte finish. So if I really wanted to, you know, put a lip gloss on top of it, I can. But I kind of like the way it's muted and everything just looks neutral. So let's go forward and finish this off. I'm going to use some makeup setting spray by Ioni. They just released this just recently. And we're going to spray this all over the face. And then I'm going to let it air dry down, and I'm going to tell you how I feel about the makeup setting spray after about 10 minutes of wear. So in 10 minutes, I'll be back after I spray my face. So I'm going to change my shirt and everything, and I will come back in about 10 minutes so I can tell you what I think of this makeup setting spray and how it sets my makeup and how it feels on the face. Okay? Okay. Be right back. Okay, guys, I'm going to tell you what I think of this makeup setting spray by Ioni before I forget. And my honest opinion, on a scale of 1 to 10, you see the way my makeup looks, right? It looks amazing. So I'm definitely going to give this a 10 out of 10. This works phenomenally. It dried down almost immediately after I sprayed my face and it set. It's been about 30 minutes now. I said I was going to give it 10, but I gave it 30 minutes for me to see how this was going to look in the finished product on my face. And to be honest with you, I love how it mattifies my makeup. It doesn't hardly produce any breakout shine or anything like that. And I absolutely love the way it just melted all of my makeup into each other, like settled everything. And you know, I was concerned about the white cast from the Kokie like transparent powder on my skin as far as setting everything, but it literally like started settling into my skin, and it would allow the color of my foundation to come through. So it looks very natural now. And I really, really love this because once it set everything, it just mattified everything and everything looks uniform. So I love this. And it's supposed to have a long lasting hold. But I really, really like this little setting spray. So I think I'm going to go back and get a backup. But this came with, I think, a limited edition collection that came out just recently. So I'm definitely going to run back to the Dollar Tree and probably get like 2 more of these so I can keep as backups. I would love to put one in my makeup kit for clients so that if I'm out, you know, on the go, I can have one on hand in my makeup kit for clients. So like I said, I will probably end up getting 3 more so I can keep one as a backup for myself besides this one, and 2 in my makeup kit. This is really, really good, guys. Like really, really good. And I'm in this warm like jacket or shirt. It's like a button down like plaid shirt. And it's fairly warm in my room in front of my vanity style lights because I have large bulbs on my vanity mirror in my room. And it gives off quite a bit of warmth. You know, like it emits a lot of warmth from, you know, these bulbs because they do give out a lot of, you know, wattage. And I'm sweating a little bit because I can feel myself sweating. I can always tell when the sweat is popping out of my pores. And yet, it's no breakthrough shine on my face. It's just a natural glow. And I'm definitely sweating because I usually start around my nose and I can feel a little dampness around here. But for the most part, this makeup setting spray is just making my skin, like makeup just settle into my skin and make it just look so natural. So I do love that about this makeup setting spray. So yeah, even though it's inexpensive, it's very good. This is a very powerful makeup setting spray. So hands down, it gets a 10 out of 10. Chef's kiss. It eats down. Okay. Okay, guys, that concludes this tutorial. I just thank God I made it through. I'm so stuffy. I'm tired. But I wanted to get this video out to you guys because this is something that I have been wanting to do for a minute now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just crawling into bed. It's the holiday. I really don't celebrate pagan holidays, but I'm getting ready to crawl into bed after I take all of this off my face. But I hope you guys like this look. It took me a minute for me to get it together so that I can do this for you guys, but I think it came out pretty decent if you ask me. So I love the eye look. It's the Marie Claire Smoky palette that I had gotten from the Dollar Tree, and it's all Dollar Tree store makeup with the exception of the foundation, and I think that's it, just the foundation. So I hope you guys were inspired to want to do a makeup look, you know, based off of Dollar Tree store makeup. If you like this video, like, comment, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, and check back with me soon because I am going to be doing a few more tutorials that I want to get out to you guys because you so deserve it for being so patient with me. I feel like crap right now, but I'm getting ready to crawl into bed, so I will holler at you guys later. And again, thanks for tuning in. If you're new, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you subscribe. Have a blessed Memorial Day to all of you, and I hope it's a wonderful one. As for me, I'm getting ready to knock out and catch me some Z's, okay? Bye.